All right, welcome back, everyone, to Little Warrior Church Daily Bible Reading. It is November the 23rd. Good morning. Let's go to Lord in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for this day, and thank you for everything you've given us. Help us understand what we're about to read today, as we're in the book of 2 Corinthians. Name I pray. Amen. All right, good morning. Good morning. Let's head on over. 2 Corinthians chapter 8. Starting in verse 16. But thanks be to God who puts the same earnest care for you in the heart of Titus. For he indeed accepted our exhortation, but being himself very earnest, he went out to you out of his own accord. We have sent together with him the brother whose praise in the good news is known throughout all the assemblies. Not only so, but he was also appointed by the assemblies to travel with us in his grace. This is served by us to the glory of the Lord himself and to show our readiness. We are avoiding this, that any man should blame us concerning this abundance, which is administered by us. Having regard for honorable things, not only in the sight of the Lord, but also in the sight of men, we have sent with them our brother whom we have many times proved earnest in many things, but now much more earnest by reason of the great confidence which he has in you. As for Titus, he is my partner and fellow worker for you. As for our brothers, they are apostles of the assemblies, the glory of Christ. Therefore, show the proof of your love to them before the assemblies and of our boasting on your behalf. So not much to say there. He's just boasting up Titus as a really faithful and faith-filled individual that has followed them and has experience, and that's coming a lot. That's a lot coming from Paul. So the last thing we're going to do is Psalms 50, 1 through 23. A psalm by Asaph. The mighty one, God Yahweh, speaks and calls the earth from sunrise to sunset. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God shines out. Our God comes and does not keep silent. A fire devours before him. It is very stormy around him. He calls to the heavens above, to the earth, that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together to me, those who have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. The heavens shall declare his righteousness. For God himself is judge. Selah. Hear my people, and I will speak. Israel, I will testify against you. I am God, your God. I don't rebuke you for your sacrifices. Your burnt offerings are continually before me. This is God speaking to Israel, through the Psalms. I am God, your God. I don't rebuke you for your sacrifices. Your burnt offerings are continually before me. What did God tell Moses in the wilderness? You got to perform sacrifices to be saved of the sin that you commit. Verse 9, I have no need for bull from your stall. Then what was the point of the sacrifice? Let's keep going. Nor male goat from your pens. For every animal of the forest is mine, and livestock on 1,000 hills. I know all the birds of the mountains, the wild animals of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell you. For the world is mine and all that is in it. Will I eat the meat of bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer to God the sacrifice of thanksgiving. Pay your vows to the Most High. Call on me in the day of trouble. I will deliver you, and you will honor me. But to the wicked God says, what right do you have to declare my statutes, that you have taken my covenant on your lips? The Lord wanted sacrifices because there must be a remission, a payment for your sin. And the animal was a symbol of what was to come, which is Jesus. He had no need for it. He wanted them to be sorrowful for their own sins. But to the wicked God says, what right do you have to declare my statutes, that you have taken my covenant on your lips, since you hate instruction and throw my words behind you? When you saw a thief, you consented with him, and have participated with adulterers. You give your mouth to evil, your tongue frames deceit. You sit and speak against your brother, you slander your own mother's son. You have done these things, and I have kept silent. You thought that I was just like you. I will rebuke you and accuse you in front of your eyes. Now consider this, you who forget God, lest I tear you into pieces and there be no one to deliver. Whoever offers the sacrifices of thanksgiving glorifies me and prepares this way so that I will show God's salvation to him. He wanted us to be repentful, to be remorseful of the sins that we have committed, so that he may live and dwell among us. As we have seen, we were talking about Solomon for the past couple of days. Solomon did pretty, I would say he pretty much did every sin under the sun. But it talks about David better. And David was a murderer and an adulterer. But it talks about David better. Why? Because David, once he did those things, he was extremely remorseful and repented and never did those things again. Solomon, however, kept on doing it. And even though he was the wisest man and the richest man and had everything, it does not really talk about Solomon as well as it does David. Let's go to the Lord in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for this day and thank you for everything you've given us. Please be with us and help us throughout this day. Tell us what you want us to do. In your name I pray. Amen. All right, guys, short and sweet for today, but it's still important to read it every day. Love you guys, and I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow.